What up, EDS Squad? It is your boy Eli, and I'm coming to you with part 4 of this NatureBoy Exposé. But before I get into this, please like this video, comment down below. Don't forget to hit that share button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. Shout out to my squad members. Shout out to my upper elites, aka my notification squad. I live for each and every last one of you. Again, share this video around the world. We need to really get this message out. I'm going to be talking about basically wrapping up, but not really wrapping up, because like I told you guys, I'm on this dude's neck until he is in bars or dead. So I'm still on his neck. But as for this series, I'm just going to close it out, get my final remarks of what we know so far, and get my final remarks on what, you know, has transpired and since the last time I was in front of this camera doing part 3. And I'm also going to give you guys information to help us get those kids back to the United States. The kids definitely need to. At this point, they really need to. But let's get into this video. So, last time we talked about, I'm getting my notes out, so excuse me. Last time we talked about part 1. I gave you guys the intro. We talked about the family life. We talked about NatureBoy's family life, his ATL life. We talked about the reasons why I'm exposing him and the things that he's accused of. Part 2, we talked about the verbal and domestic abuse that he did not only in Babylon, but as well as Carbonation, Melanation, whatever nation they want to call themselves. I call them Infestation. What else did I talk about? And then in part 3, I talked about the followers, his cult members. I talked about the diseases. I got in depth with the babies being born. And I briefly talked about the deportation. I talked about Mama Dia. I talked a little bit about Pocahontas and that situation. So yeah. So today I'm really going to talk about what's happening at this present moment. What we can do to help get this situation resolved. And my final commentary to wrap up this series. But like I told you guys, I will be making more videos as new information becomes available. So let's get into it. So it was about, oh my lord, time just goes like, it had to be like 2 weeks by now, at least 2.5 weeks. Jassy G, shout out to her. She went live one morning. I know it was like a Monday or a Tuesday. It was the really beginning of the week because I knew what I had to, I think I was here. I was here doing videos and stuff like that, and I happened to see her. She went live.
Real quick, I'm gonna do a walk with me, but wait till I tell you guys what the fuck Pops just told me. I'll be back, okay? As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna tell y'all now. Pops said that they took all of Carbonation's phones and computers for evidence. They took all of Carbonation's phones and computers for evidence. Woo! Shit done got real. Shit done got real. So I'll be back with some more tea.
And in that live, y'all seen part 3. Part 3, I was like, I was gone. I was just mentally depleted, and seeing this live brightened up my spirits in a lot of ways. She had told us that, you guys was going to see the clip, but she had told us that Carbonation's computers and Carbonation's cell phones have been taken, and they're starting a police investigation. I was like, hallelujah! Hallelujah. in that moment, I was like, yo, this is, yo, is she serious? And she was like, yes, I'm serious. Because people was in the comments like, girl, is you playing with us? She was like, nah, like, this is serious. This is real. So I was like, yes, thank God. God is answering our prayers. God is intervening. God is working in the midst. The first thing I said, other than bitch, oh my gosh, sometimes I'll be really wanting to record all the time because the reactions of certain things, y'all would think I'm crazy, y'all think I'm hilarious, and y'all would think I need to be committed. But I was like, bitch. Mind you, I got headphones in. I think my brother was here, my mom was here. I'm just like, bitch, bitch, bitch. Just saying it like over and over. And then after the initial shock went off, my first thing was like, thank you, Lord, that you're intervening, because at one point I was getting weary, and I don't like to quote the Bible. I know, a lot of people don't really follow the Bible for their own personal reasons. I look at the Bible as a motivation tool. I look at it as a guide for my personal walk in life. Do I subscribe to everything in the Bible? I will be on here lying to you if I said I did. I don't. But there is some jewels, and there's some important and beneficial information in the Bible that I do take out. But I say that to say there was a verse, I'm paraphrasing, so any Bible scholars out there, do not cut my head off. But there's a scripture that says, don't be weary and don't be weary and well doing, for you if you something about fainting. Basically, to paraphrase the scripture, is just to, even though when you think all loss is gone and you really think that, this just goes in life in general, take the carbonation out of it. Whenever you feel like the things that you're doing in life, the things that, matter in life that you are not succeeding in, don't fret, don't give up, because if you keep your mind on Him, He will sustain you. And I was weary. I was really weary, because you're seeing all these atrocities, and you're seeing every single day he's on live bragging about these atrocities, bragging about, getting over on people. And it's just like, God, when will it end? Like, when will it end? But, I had to, and it also taught me, that I have to, when Yolanda Adams said the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. It's really true. Like, the battle is really not yours. It's the Lord's. And you have to, step back, and you have to, really step back and let Him do the job, because He can do it better than me. Because me, what I really want to do is take a little trip to Mexico, get me a little squad going, take a trip to Mexico, find these bitches and fuck shit up. But, I gotta be realistic, and I have to, think maturely in the situation. But it's just a sad, sad, sad situation. So the police are involved at this moment. They're investigating. I did a whole video, so I'm just going to briefly talk about it. They're investigating. They're still investigating. Sometimes these investigations can take months to years to be investigated, because you have to realize that NatureBoy has done a lot of crimes. Sex trafficking to, money fraud and all that stuff. So he has a long list of offenses that do take a while to be thoroughly investigated. So when people are sitting here thinking like, oh my gosh, when are the cops coming to get him? When are they coming to get him? Just know this. The longer this investigation goes on, the more information that they're getting, and the more, basically, when he gets caught, there's no, getting out of it. So just, keep praying and keep believing that God will intervene in this. He's already starting to intervene in this. And in that intervening, that's why, I have looked to God in this situation a lot, because, anytime God intervenes in anything, whether it's this carbonation or our life in general, there's always the enemy. The enemy always wants to come in and distract. He always wants to come in and create confusion. He wants to shake things up. He doesn't want, God to win in this situation, but we already know that He is going to win. But the devil still comes in and tries to distract us. And in that midst of this situation, we got this good news. Because you have to see it. Even if you don't believe in the Bible or you don't believe in God, riddle me this. Carbonation is being investigated. For that first week, after we learned this information, a week and some change, there has been, YouTubers getting online, clout chasing. There's been YouTubers against YouTubers, Instagrammers against Instagrammers, Instagrammers against YouTubers, For That Next Squad against another For That Next Squad member. It has just been so much confusion, and it got to the point where I felt like we were losing the goal. We were so focused on the Vines and the Fundi Fees and the, all of the YouTubers that are, on the For That Next Squad and that do apply pressure. We're so focused on the beefs that they're having that we were almost missing what the real goal is, and that is to take down NatureBoy. I don't care about people that, as long as they're raising money for a good cause, I do not care. I do not care about what he said. I don't care what she said, because at the end of the day, I'm not on YouTube talking to you guys because I say Divine. I'm not on YouTube talking because of the Fundi Fee. I'm online to talk about NatureBoy because what he's doing is disgusting, and people need to know that. We almost got lost in the sauce. But, we have the world news. Shout out to you, World News. We have the World News. We have the Jassy G's, who, in spite of, the comments and the going back and forth, the lurker as well, we have those that are, aiding and still going hard and still talking about the facts and what really needs to be said. Shout out to Grand as well. You have these Instagrammers that are, seeing all these beefs play out on YouTube, and, some of them, got into Instagram as well, but not as much. But you see them rising above the beefs, rising above the petty shit, and focusing on the goal, and that is to take NatureBoy down. At this point, they're on the run. They're on the run. They left Palenque. It probably has been a little bit over a week that they, dipped out. They're still on the run. They have nowhere to go. They're homeless at this point. I'm gonna have a couple lives where NatureBoy is just looking sad and desperate, still begging for donations.
You understand what I'm saying? Knocking the door shall be open, asking ye shall receive. You have not because you asked. I asked, not begging. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But even in the story of the beggar and the rich man, and the rich man able, the rich man said no. And the dogs came and licked the sores of the rich man, of the beggar. Read about the beggar and the rich man. And then the rich man went to hell and looked up into heaven and asked the beggar, the poor man, can you just give me a drop of water? You know that story in the Bible. What's up? What up? Ain't nothing, man. We just on the move. Let me get a what's her name? Let me get a charger real quick. My battery real quick.
People are still sending him money, which at this point, I don't understand. No, you cannot come to me. You can never come to me. You can never debate me. You can never go toe to toe with me with this situation as to why you're sending money to NatureBoy at this present time. Because at this present time, you know the stuff that's going on. You know there's an investigation. You know half of the stuff that he's done because it's on live. But I don't know. You're blind. I just don't know at this point. I just came to the conclusion that Elijah, I'm just never gonna know, and that's fine, because it was getting to the point where I'm just like, why is all these people still sending money? Why? But that's just something I will never understand, and I guess it's not for me to understand, but it's just crazy. So I told you how the family, David, I forgot his wife's name. And then, the family with the kids that are school age, and they have a baby as well. Remember how they dipped off? Well, that didn't last too long, because they're back with carbonation. I'm going to show you that video as well. I'm going to show you that video as well. They're, reunited and it feels so good. No. They're back in this. They never left. Mentally, they never left. But physically, they left and they came back physically. And they're on the run. They're homeless at this point. They have children. Like children. That's what I'm telling you guys. These children are homeless. These children are begging for food because their parents and the adults around them are begging for money for food and for shelter. So they're doing the same exact thing. It's sad. It's disgusting. My heart yearns for those. My heart is just, it makes you want to cry. It really does. Because no kid should ever live like that. Ever. And I blame the parents. And I'm starting to blame the family of these kids. The grandmothers, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins. I'm starting to. Because why is sis still getting a SSI check, an EBT check? Why is that still going on? Why haven't y'all called Social Security? Why haven't y'all called the food stamp, social services, and tell them that sis is out in another country spending out all that money that the government is giving her? Why has that not happened? Why is it that they're still getting money and they're giving their money to carbonation, but they're neglecting the children that they created? Oh, well, the kids are part of carbonation, this, that, and the third. No, that whole EBT is for your family. It's for the family that lives with you, and it's primarily for those kids. Because at this point, the government is like, fuck grown-ass adults, because y'all can go out and get jobs. So, to be honest, that money for the food, that's for the children. I don't know what the SSI check is. She might, that's none of my business. But my business is you're using this government money when the rural state that you're not supposed to use it outside of the country. And if you're outside of the country for lapse of time, you're supposed to report that. So I don't get why that situation hasn't been in any situation. Any situation that involves one of those members getting an SSI check, getting food stamps, getting any government assistance that those members are on, they should not be on because they are not living in the United States. And then you wonder why Donald Trump wants to get rid of food stamps. You wonder why Donald Trump wants to get rid of, social services. Because we use and abused it. We do. There are some people that actually need it and they use it for their benefit. But the majority is abusing it. I wanted to, when I found out that this bitch got an EBT check and she used it on the whole carbonation, I don't know if families have been reaching out. I don't know because the shit I just don't know. It's just so weird to me, though. I don't give a fuck that nobody jump in that being public. Nobody in the families are being public. You are this situation does not call for you sitting around hitting up other nigga control you to the point where you are giving money that is taken out of your fucking kids. But at the same time, this is your family members, and you need to get your families, your friends, your co-workers, your people in your community involved. The more people we get involved in this, the more media attention we get. The more media attention, the faster and the more serious investigation we'll get. But enough, we have to make noise. We can't sit around and be enough is enough. That's my because we have kids. We don't know what's going on with them day to day. Enough. We have predators over there. We have child molesters. We have rapists. Then over there that have added their more members to join. Hearsay. I don't know what I have seen, but there's this new we have those type of people that are around those kids. He's on a deal in his 40s, old as hell. What 40-year-old dude is hanging out with little ass kids? Kids that can be his kids. We need to stop sitting around playing with people's lives. Like and these are the people. If there is something that you can do to help, like that has to help this in you are going to answer for that. God is not going to sit up here and have a conversation with you with the shoulda, coulda, woulda. You knew what you were supposed to do, and you didn't do it. I'll say 18 to 30 year olds. So you're gonna have to answer for that. There's no more of, oh my gosh, I didn't see it, I didn't hear it, I can't sing. What do you have out for that? God is not. You ain't when you die. He's running. When you have to answer to God. He's not gonna sit up here and be like fucking women beater. Well, thank you for all the excuses, but you right up NatureBoy's alley because we all know NatureBoy puts his hand on women, but I have yet to see him put his hands on a real nigga. Because he put his hands on Solar. We all seen that. But on a real nigga, a real hood nigga that ain't with the shit. I have yet to see him put hands on somebody like that. Then it gets a little weird. I don't know. Y'all can pick my brain. What I would really love is the dialogue that I've been having with, people that have been reaching out and, commenting and stuff. The dialogue is amazing. I want to keep that dialogue going on because the more we talk about this, the more we can find solutions and we can get this thing, But, he knows Polite. I don't know who Polite is. He's this con ass nigga. Bitch. It all goes back to the Cyanetter. I talked about that in another video about Cyanetter and Polite being cool and then NatureBoy being cool with both of them. And this dude comes in, it's polite, this, that, and the third. Like, it's just so weird. And a lot of things is connecting. A lot of certain things are connecting. Shout out to World News, because he has been that source. He has been that, that platform that is diving deep into this, because it's deep. We know the surface stuff, that NatureBoy is a narcissist, he abuses, he got diseases up the wazoo. That surface stuff. Shout out to World News, because he's getting deep. He's asking questions that we didn't even think of, asking. He's getting our brains and our wheels turning for certain things. Disheartening. And if I was one of the kids in the situation, I would look to my father, because their biological father is not David. I would look to my father. I would look to my grandmother. I would look to my aunties. And if they are helping and they're being vocal and sharing it to the masses, I apologize. I really truly do from the bottom of my heart. But I don't see it. And I don't see the people that, cover these stories posting it. So it's my assumption that it's not happening. All I keep hearing is that the family, they're reaching out, but they don't want to, be public with it. Why not? Why don't you want to be public with getting help for your grandchild, your son, your daughter? Why? If I had a kid, bitch, that's why I give Pops the praise in all of this. I give him the praise. I don't care what him and Eliana went through and the Velvet went through in the past. That's irrelevant at this present time. He's out there. He's fighting to get his daughter from NatureBoy's clutches. It's hard. It's going to be hard to do. These people are brainwashed. They think everything that NatureBoy says is gospel. So it is going to be hard. But I don't see the effort. I gave you tools to do what you were supposed to do. So again, shout out to the Jackie G's, because you were scared of other people. And don't tell me you were scared. You didn't want people to know what's going on in your family. We have to get out of that generational curse. It goes on and on. What stays in my family? What goes on in my family? You are speaking to the masses. That's why people are dying. That's why people are mentally unstable. That's how people are committing suicide, because we're not speaking topic for this video. When I got this platform, when I started YouTubing, I said, of course I'm going to do the fun stuff, the reactions to the videos, I'm going to do challenges, I'm going to do that stuff. But there's also something I want to do. I want to for the women, encourage the masses that we have to get out of our old, most of them Southern, black, young ideology. We have to. Early 20s. Because we're going to have to answer for the stuff that we know we could have done, and we just sat and did nothing. People don't understand that, and people don't get that back. And I had to. We are going to have to answer for that. How are they just brainwashed? How are they? We are. No matter how much you want to pretend like it's not happening, no matter where you think that you can't help anything helps. Husband putting a status on Facebook with a video receipt. Wanting the family that life. Goes through your whole friends list, and if they share it goes through their friends list, and the cycle keeps continuing. It keeps going on. It keeps going on. It keeps going on until the masses hears this. Nature Boy
you
is
have
the
to-
first
you have to be the
relationship,
one
whatever you want to call
start
that.
the change.
To me, it's not a relationship, but to
You
them,
have
it's
to
a
be the one
relationship. To go on
It's their
Facebook
first
and put
relationship,
that
and,
status up.
the ones that are having kids,
You have to be the
by
one
him
to
and
put
stuff
that
like that. That's
video up.
another attachment.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I'm having
it's
my
hurtful.
first
It's
kid
disgusting.
by
Half
my
of the
first
stuff I put up
boyfriend.
on my page,
I
on
want
the
this
EDS
family.
Squad
I want to
page,
keep this family.
I be sick to my stomach to even infiltrate that in other people's brains and minds and psyches. But
I
it
have
needs to
receipts
be
from
addressed.
talking to his father.
It needs to be called out on. It needs to be rebuked.
In the next
And
video,
it needs to
that
be
I'm
rectified.
I'm gonna, share those receipts and the people that hated Ileana.
I'm gonna give you guys a couple numbers
I can't sit up here and lie.
to call in about these
It's on my
kids.
channel.
And then I'm gonna wrap this video up with my final
Ileana.
commentary.
But listening to her talk to her father and the things that she said, it broke my heart, and it just gave me real clarity into the situation with her and Eligio. It's sad, and I pray for her, and I pray for all the females. I pray for all of them, because even though they're doing all of this atrocities, the basis of it goes to the manipulation and the brainwashing that Nature Boy, spoke to them and conceived in their brains. It starts with that, and then the other stuff comes in. And especially when people are running and hiding from, I molested my cousins. Oh my God, this is frowned upon in the world. Let me run. When you go out and steal and you have arrest warrants and you have court, you go run because you don't want to get caught. You don't want to go to jail. When you have CPS cases, you don't want your kids taken away, so we're going to run. When your parents gone through a divorce and your relationship with your father is not what it used to be, you see another man that's preaching all of this gospel, and it sounds good, and it looks good, because sometimes he makes it, he made it seem like everything is peachy keno. I'ma run to him. It's a sad, sad thing. But I'm going to give you these numbers, guys, and I'm going to let you guys go.
And if real is the issue, then they all artificial. And I can never dish you, but I will dismiss you straight to your face. Nah, I ain't got no manners, and these bros ain't got no standards. That's why he can't stand you. Always got your hand out for a handout, can't stand on you.